Now, Malaysia's ruling Perikatan Nasional coalition has appointed Senior Minister Azmin Ali as election director. The development is the latest signal yet that it was preparing for elections to be held soon. It's also seen as a precautionary move if the government fails to garner enough support for the Budget 2021 bill to be passed by Parliament later this month. Melissa Goh reports from Kuala Lumpur.
Heated debate rages on in the Malaysian Parliament as lawmakers from Prime Minister Muhyiddin's largest political ally, UMNO, join opposition leaders in pouring scorn on next year's proposed budget. Former Prime Minister Najib Razak, who chairs the ex-ruling coalition Perikatan Nasional backbenchers, said the government has failed to address the plight of the people and called for, among others, a blanket debt moratorium till June next year.
Kita perlu menyuntik lebih banyak dana terus ke tangan rakyat. Inilah cash is king yang dimaksudkan, disebutkan oleh Yang Berhormat Langkawi. Dengan izin Tuan Ibu Ketua, extraordinary times require extraordinary measures.
Similar sentiment was echoed by former Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng, who wants the government to scrap funding for Special Affairs Department known as JASA and channel more money to fight COVID-19 pandemic.
Let this be an extraordinary budget in extraordinary times. We need an extraordinary minister and also government to deal with the crisis.
Prime Minister Muhyiddin's government, who has a razor-thin majority of 2 seats, needs at least 112 MP support in order to pass the budget at policy stage on November 25th. A budget defeat is as good as a no-confidence vote against him and may trigger a collapse of his government and pave the way for snap posts. Now, this comes as Senior Minister Azmin Ali was appointed as Election Director for the Perikatan Nasional coalition. And speaking to CNA, Mr. Azmin, who is also a Trade Minister, said he's hopeful that all sides will support the budget.
And for the first time in the history of the Ministry of Finance, where we engage with political leaders, including the opposition, we shared with them the figures, the projection. We allow them to come forward and discuss their counter proposal. And now we already extended the number of days to debate on this issue. Hopefully, they will support this supply bill on the 25th of November.
He declined to reveal when is the best time for Mr. Muhyiddin to call for snap posts. In the next 6 months?
Well, it is very difficult to predict now because we don't have the vaccine. Unless and until we can find a safe vaccine, then I think we can start planning what is the next move. But for now, I think we should just focus on the COVID-19. If you ask me, certainly we want to go back and get the mandate of the people to have a stronger government that can focus on the rakyat and the economy. But unfortunately, due to COVID-19, I don't think this is the right time to call for election.
The next election is not due till year 2023, and the Health Director General has warned against any election after Sabah state election in September unleashed the third wave of the pandemic. Melissa Goh, CNA, Kuala Lumpur.